Alright. Alright. I'm ready when you are, okay?
Okay, we're good to go.
We're good to go. Alright.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me just adjust my screen. Alright. Welcome. Hey everybody. Welcome back to the Real Talk. I'm your host, RealTalk, and I am here with, how do I pronounce it again? I don't want to mispronounce it.
It's Qotl or Qotl. I don't really mind either way.
Qotl. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy day this morning. Um, had to settle some things with work. Went out, did a few errands. And yeah, I am settled down doing this
Yeah.
interview with you, and I have some other plans for um today.
Sweet.
Right. Hey, are you ready for your questions?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. So, introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are and how long you've been playing.
Okay, my name is Qotl. Either or. My old name used to be Zayubara on the Alexina server before the merge, and I've been playing roughly since maybe about late 2018. I used to have an old account back whenever the Elf and Giant War was going on, but then I got locked out of it and didn't play for a long time, so I officially consider myself playing in 2018.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How did you get introduced to Navi?
A long time ago, I'm pretty sure I looked up on Google like fun, like social game or something. And they used to have like these lists of games to play, like Habu Hotel, Gaia Online, just derpy little fun games like that. And I think this was one of them.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
what made you click Mavi in particular out of all the other
Uh,
games?
Free choices. I don't like gameplay that forces you into like one type of gameplay. That and fashion, of course. But back then, there really wasn't too much fashion. Like, I think I had a sailor outfit, and that was like the extent of it because it was like a sailor card.
Okay. Cool. What were your first impressions of the game when you first started playing?
Complicated.
Complicated. Why?
Definitely very complicated. Too much to learn. It's like learning a different language low key, and they keep adding stuff. And now I know what I'm doing, but as an initial beginner, you have so many like branches that you can take and so many little skills sets and things that you have to learn. So it's very complicated.
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The rebirth system, like what did you think about the rebirth system when you were learning it and navigating it like the classes and
I'm
stuff?
gonna be real with you. I didn't know anything about this game for a while. I just kind of played it like hands off. Like I don't think I rebirthed for like
Oh,
months because I didn't even know that was like a thing. I
oh,
kind of just played for the social aspect at
I get
first,
it.
honestly.
So like you click through like the tutorial and the care, like you click through everything. You're
Yeah,
like, okay.
yeah. I'm still kind of like that too. I the storyline isn't really that interesting to me at
Okay.
times. So,
Why do you think that is?
not very interactive to me. I don't like feeling like I'm doing chores, and that's
Mm,
a lot of the storyline for me personally. There's just something about it. Like I'll play games like Skyrim and stuff, and I love being like told what to do and doing chores and stuff. But something about this game particularly is a bit mind numbing in that regard.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I think that's why a lot of people are gravitating towards games that have a lot of voice acting. It doesn't have a lot of text for people to read because it feels like you're doing work.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that. And I think that's with a lot of old Korean MMOs. I feel like people are getting tired of that too. So you see a lot of people gravitating towards games that are more interactive and like VR and stuff like that. And, more modern games, and stuff like that. All right, right. Now,
Yeah,
I wanted to
for
talk
sure.
about your love of fashion because I know I watched you. I've been a fan of you for a long time now, and I've watched you.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I
I
watched you post
appreciate it.
over the years, and I just wanted to talk about your love of fashion. What got you into fashion again?
I've always loved fashion. When I was a little kid, I used to dress up in like frilly dresses and stuff and like fairy wings. I think that's always been a part of me.
Mhm.
And I just like self expression. It's just fun. You can do so much with it, and it just is another creative outlet.
Yeah, so that means you take fashion very seriously, IRL as well. Um,
I used to a whole lot. I used to. I'm kind of in this phase right now where I'm just relaxing because most of my life I actually dressed up a whole lot to the
mhm,
point where like my peers and my classmates when I was in school and stuff said that they never really saw me in like jogging pants and stuff, and I didn't realize I did that until we had a test one day, and it was like the only day I wore like a baggy sweatshirt and some sweatpants, and I got several comments about it, and I didn't really realize it until that moment, I guess.
mhm.
But it's been nice just kind of taking a step back and relaxing, just breathing.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. All right, right. So, what is your thought process in creating a fashion look? Like, what do you, when you're creating a look or creating an outfit, whether IRL, well, or in game, like, how do you think about when creating a specific, when pulling across different pieces of equipment to create a particular look? Like, what is your thought process?
I kind of start with one item. So, say if I'm really into a certain pair of wings or a tail, I'll base a few looks off of that entire process or even like a aesthetic. Like recently, I've been going off of this look with my colors that's kind of like a alchemist steampunk kind of vibe.
Mm,
But a few weeks ago, I was doing robot looks. So yeah, I usually just start with that. And I think what triggered this specifically was I've been enjoying my wind up tails and spirit wings. And spirit wings aren't dyeable, so you kind of have to make a color palette around it.
mhm. I feel that. I feel that. So, what parts of equipment do you like? Because you know how different parts of equipment have different parts, like part A, part B, part C. Um, how do you know which part to dye? Like, how you determine what part of a particular item to dye? Like, you feel me?
Yeah, I like keeping things that look like metals kind of realistic. So, for example, on the outfit that I'm wearing right now, we have like some
Hmm.
trim accents, and those remind me of like metal. And I think that accents should kind of be semi realistic because personally, I don't really enjoy it when they're like pop colors unless you're going for like a cyberpunk theme or something.
Exactly. I completely agree. Okay. 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 What is your process when you're doing a fashion selfie? So like when you're taking a selfie, right, and you're modeling for a picture, how do you know when you got a good shot?
Let's see. I don't really know about that one. You just kind of do. Like
Mhm.
mainly quality. Like I'll try and post quality, make sure that the textures are okay. And I know like if you post a photo from far away, sometimes it looks really grainy.
Mhm.
It's mainly that, and then try and ensure like an interesting angle.
Right. I completely agree. I feel like angling is very important when you're illustrating something or you want to say, like, I remember I did a treasure hunter look in the Longa Desert dungeon, and I did an angle where it was from, you were from the ground up. so you could see me from the ground up with the guns. So I wanted to create a very story. I feel like that's very important when you're trying to convey or express maybe a certain mood or a certain tone. Um, how do you think fashion photos can be used to illustrate particular themes or particular stories?
I think you need a good background. I think that's a very important thing if you want to illustrate a story,
Mm-hmm.
that or expressions, but that's kind of hard to do in a game. So you kind of have to use gestures for that, I guess.
Yeah, I completely agree. Do you think fashion can be liberating in a sense with its freedom of expression?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Gives people a place to convey themselves. Like, even if it's something on a game or in real life, like, if you embrace what you like and just go for it, it can definitely be very liberating.
Okay. What is your opinion on those who stick to a singular color scheme? A lot of people believe in order to have a particular, in Mabinogi, this is Mabinogi, in order to have a fashion identity, you have to have a particular color to stick to, or like a signature color. What is your take on that?
I noticed that too. I always thought that was a very interesting, like, cultural aspect of this game. I think this game has its own culture.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't mind it. I mean, it's not harming me or anything. If they
Mm-hmm.
want to do that, go for it. I think that in some regards it is true because you kind of build like a brand off of your color in a sense.
Right.
Um, but I also think it limits you on your creativity. But some people don't really care about that, you know. A lot of people just play this game to play it, and they have like their color for their character. I think it's also to promote like a if they were an anime character, how would they be? Because like in animes and stuff, usually the character wears the same thing repeatedly and has like the same hairstyle. I think that also plays into it.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Did you so you for you in particular, you tend to experiment with all sorts of colors. Did you used to have a particular color that you used to gravitate towards, or you
No,
always? Okay. Okay.
never. I've never done that. Um, I like to have different outfits, have different themes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the closest thing to that it has been a recent development since after the merge. I have started to stick to this vibrant blue hair color most of the time, and that's brand new for me. I've never really stuck to a color until recently.
Got you. Interesting. Why do you think you're drawn to this blue?
Ah, cyber looks. I really like cyberpunk
I noticed that a lot.
looks.
I remember you did one iconic photo, where you had like a cyber, like you was wearing Cesare. Who's the Cesare? Not Cesare. Cesare, like the girl from the Gunner woman from G18, and you had
Yeah,
yeah, and you had a mask, and you had two guns, and it was very cyberpunk, like you're describing right now.
I
What?
actually pulled that outfit out before this just in case you asked me about it because it's one of my favorite outfits.
Oh, okay.
That was one of my robot themes that I did.
Mm,
Uh, I really enjoy it. It's fun. And
yeah.
then I love this poofy wig. It's so funny. It looks like a Dorito, but it's like a
Wow.
vibrant Dorito.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't have the full look because I can't go in my dressing room right now, but I
You're
usually pair it off with like a no mouth and like glowing eyes to kind of convey an android. Is this the one you were talking about?
yeah. Like, what was your inspiration for this? Because this was genius. And like, how did you start this look off when building it?
Well, at the time I was already interested in like making robot looks or android looks. And then I saw someone post this outfit on the auction house, and I remember on Alexiana they never really had this outfit available. Like there wasn't a surplus of them around.
Mhm.
So I got it, and I just kind of worked around the outfit because it's not dyeable. And I love these tech chic wings. Like these wings are
Yeah.
great. They're such a good pair of wings for androids.
Okay. Okay, okay.
But thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
It was a really good look, and I admire when people fashion yogis really take the time to think about what theme they're going for, and know what they're going for, and know what they want to articulate. And it shows effort, and it shows that they really care about their craft. Because I consider fashion an art form, and yeah, I just
You
really
said,
appreciate when people to go the extra mile, and go the extra mile to think about their fashion craft, and it really gets better, get better over time as you come up with more ideas and new ways to express creativity. Uh, with that being said, I was gonna ask what fashion trend you think you gravitate towards the most. I think it's clear, it's cyberpunk, right? So, how do you think your fashion has evolved over time from when you started Fashion Noogie to up to this very point? Like, how do you think it's
um, I've always liked cyber fashion, even when I was younger. I just think that it became more available to me as I got more items. Because it takes a long time to collect all this stuff, because there's a lot of expensive stuff in this game. Like, a lot of things are unnecessarily expensive, so it takes a while to collect. But um, if I had to say from like when I was a noob and stuff, I didn't think that there would be this much items. I think like my dream item when I first started playing was the Magic Academy robe. It's like the one with the animation of like four pentagrams or whatever it is that spawn in front of you. And I think it was like 20 mil around the time, and that seemed unfathomable to me. Like, I never thought I would have it,
right?
but um, definitely just over the years, just explored a bit more and found more things that I enjoy.
I definitely agree with that, and I think as the game releases more Fashion Noogie content over time for gachas, people will continue to explore themselves. Speaking of gachas, what do you think? What is your opinion on certain fashion sets? Um, you know, uh, I'm just thinking of these questions. I'm coming up with new questions as I interview. But
Yeah, no problem.
fashion sets. Do you like sets? Certain of gachas, like, would you wear a set, or do you think sets can be restrictive?
Mm, I'm neutral. I don't really mind either way. I
Mm,
do mix it up though, but I can see why people like sets. It's just easy,
right, right,
and they were designed to go together. So
right, right.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it? I don't mind it either. I only get stickler about it if I'm in a if I'm doing a show. Like, if I'm hosting a fashion competition, I'd be like, no sex.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because you're looking for creativity, and that's just like directly off the mannequin type of vibe.
Yeah.
If they put a set,
Okay, okay. What is your advice for people who want to get into fashion?
mm, fashion is expensive. So if you want to go the gotcha route, play the gotcha whenever it's out. So like get outfits when they're cheap and don't be afraid to like sell them again because they're always going to come out. Um like I know some of the outfits right now that are 100 mil are eventually going to come out again and be like 30 mil, honestly. Don't be afraid to do that. Just have fun. Don't really care what people think. If you want to dress up goofy, go for it. Doesn't really matter. Just have fun.
Yeah, completely agree with that. All right, all right. Now let's talk about a little bit some deep stuff. Now we're both from the Alexina server. Um, what was your Alexina experience like for you?
Uh, Good and bad.
Mhm.
I don't really know how to explain it other than like there's ups and downs. Like no matter how like to yourself you are, you're bound to run into some form of drama.
Mm, I feel that. I feel that. And a lot of drama may not be people's fault too, and it's just unfortunate. How do you how what was it like to you? Well, um, what was it like to you to navigate toxicity, and how did you get through it?
Kind of disassociate yourself, honestly, because I feel like a lot of opinions in this game, they don't know you. A lot of people don't know you. They can't really judge you based off of a character too much. And you just gotta like be confident in yourself, or at least try and not care. Like at the end of the day, their opinions don't matter. This is a game. You can log off. Not saying that to like make light of anyone's situation, but at the end of the day, you're kind of in control of how you handle things and what affects you. And if you know it's not true about yourself, don't sweat it. That's the best form of managing toxicity I can think of.
Mm. How do you recommend people find a safe group of friends?
You're gonna go through a lot of those, honestly. You're gonna go through a lot of those, especially in games like this. A lot of things you can't control. Just take it as like learning lessons and find like-minded people. So if you like art, try and hang out with artists, etc. But don't like you don't have to stay with one group. Just find people who you enjoy to be around, but also have boundaries for yourself.
Right. Okay. Um, what life lessons did you learn from this game? If you learned any
I
life
think
lessons.
I think to be a little more vocal, honestly, if I had to pick one, because I was kind of more introverted before I started playing this game. Like, I could just enjoy spending time by myself and like working on art or something like that. But definitely, it has taught me to just put myself out there a little more and just be more sociable, I guess. Would that be considered a life lesson?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in essence, you think this game helped boost your confidence a little bit?
uh, it's definitely helped with like not taking things to heart in that regard. So like
Mm,
just like um, let it pass through one ear out the other type of nonsense.
got you. So in essence, do you think you become a stronger person?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
I I think so too, and I think a lot of people who play Mobby um become stronger because they go through a lot of stuff, and it happens in any it could be in any online, but like I think in Mobby in particular, since the community is small and like a lot of people know each other and are friends of mutual friends.
Yeah,
Um,
you have to see the same people every day. It's kind of like a high school. I consider it like a high school outside of high school because you do see the same people every day. It's like a can of sardines. There's
yeah,
not much interactiveness uh, to play in
yeah,
that, unlike other MMOs, because it's so small. I will say though that making friends on this game has had like the friends that you make on this game are and have the potential to be lifelong friends. Like
yeah.
I've never thought about meeting people in real life until I started playing this game because there's such good people on this game. Like a lot of great people to get to know and become friends with.
Hmm. And you'll find them too. You may run into a couple of bad apples too, but it takes take your time and like truly know when to find your people. How do you know truly when you found your people? Would you say like how did you know when you found your people? When you found them?
You just feel like you can be yourself around them. Like you can discuss your interests, discuss how you feel. You can be vocal about how you feel, and if it's like a bad thing, they will kind of meet you in the middle to try and work things out. I think that's key in finding good people, is people who actually care about you in return.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, I I'm not really sure. You just kind of people come and go.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, okay, what do you want the audience in watching this interview with you to take away from you?
Uh, I don't know. I don't mind either way. I think
Mm,
like people are gonna have an opinion. At the end of the day, I can't really influence it that much.
yeah.
So if they don't like me, then that's for them to deal with. I
So,
can't really
in essence,
change
what are you
that.
gonna
I'm not gonna
say
like
if you had anything to say to your haters? What do you have to say to them? The people who don't like you.
uh I guess I don't really care. Like keep flourishing. I can't be bothered. I don't really
It
I don't
takes.
have energy for that. I'm not gonna nourish that energy.
It takes a while for a lot of people to get to that state when you just don't care anymore. How do you
Yeah, I
think it?
mean,
What led you to get to that state of not caring, of just doing you? Like, what led you to
realizing that
that?
it doesn't benefit me. Like, people are gonna try and get a reaction out of you no matter what. Like, if they don't like you, I'm not gonna waste my precious energy on it. I'm just gonna keep flourishing. Like, there's
I like that. I like that, and I think
if
that's a way to up to bring positivity in life, no matter what type of situation you're in. Like, you know.
yeah, like I'm sure like there's times you might get caught up in it again, but you just have to like keep going because if you start incorporating negative things in your life like that, it's just gonna like stunt your growth
Mm,
because you have to get to that mindset where you have to just accept things as they are and just let them flow. Like you don't want to stunt your growth for somebody else's like hatred. It just doesn't work out in the end. And I think eventually you come to realize that.
yeah, yeah. Don't you know? And I feel like people shouldn't be seeking other people's approval too. Like, I feel like that's
Yeah.
very good because what you're saying is very good because I think a lot of people on this game feel like, especially with the culture, they worry about their reputation a lot and they worry about how people perceive them. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear that you don't need self validation in that.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. That used to be me in the very beginning because I think you can't help but sometimes want to just click with your peers,
Hmm.
but you just, I don't know how to get there exactly. Like, it's different for everyone. You just gotta be yourself. Like, that's it.
Right. Because if you don't be yourself, you're not gonna really enjoy your experience. You should be comfortable
Yeah.
no matter where you are playing a
You should
game.
be
You
happy.
right, be happy, and you should be happy playing a game. I feel like we've all grown up playing Mabi, right? And
Hmm.
we've all grown up because most of majority of the player base is adults, and we all grew up with this game. A lot of us grew up with this game. Um, um,
Yeah, it's like a high school.
like a high
So I mean,
school.
like
So like
everyone's grown up together.
right. So you shouldn't have to play um log on, play a nostalgia game, and feel like you have to put on a facade to make other people happy. This should be your this game. I feel like people should know that should be their game, their downtime to relax and just let free. You know, feel like you should play Mabi to really enjoy yourself and be yourself. Yeah. Any last words you have to say to the audience before you close?
Not really. Peace out. Have a good one.
Have a good one. All right.
Yeah, have
So,
a good one.
okay. Thank you for coming onto the stream. I enjoyed this interview. I hope you did too.
You
And
too. It was fun. Thank
yeah,
you.
of course. If you see me in these Dundee streets, if you see her in these Dundee streets, you already know what the fuck it is. Or Real Telly is signing out. Have a good one, everybody, and enjoy the
Peace
rest
out.
of your evening.